Hi, I'm Graham Trudeau, and I bring good news. Mono Red is alive in the 2022 queue in the form of Goblins. I wasn't expecting Goblins to feel like a good deck to start with, but then it kept winning, like decent win rate, and it took me all the way into Mythic numbers, so I thought I'd record a video on it. It's been a lot of fun. So low on the curve, we have Fireblade Charger. This pairs with Dueling Rapier. Dueling Rapier acts both as a combat trick and just a way to activate Fireblade Charger's haste. So a common curve with this deck, we also run Goblin Javelineer, might be something like Goblin Javelineer on 1, and then a Fireblade Charger and a Dueling Rapier on 2 to activate its haste. We have a little bit of Frostbite for interaction. Battlecry Goblin, one of the best cards in the deck. You want this to live if you can. The Haste Anthem is very useful. Something to keep in mind, or a small mastery point with the deck, is that if you have natural pack tactics, like 6 power before you attack, you should attack first, then activate the Anthem, so that the Goblin token you produce gets the power boost. Just little extra points of damage here and there. We run the Hobgoblin Captain too. It's just an effective beater, really. If the pack tactics activate, the first strike makes it very awkward to block. We're running some Thundering Rebukes as well. I just found there were a lot of angels and dragons in the queue, a lot of which are 4 toughness, so Thundering Rebuke is one of the main ways the deck has to deal with those things. Valakut Exploration is in the list as a 2 of, as kind of a experimental frenzy, light up the stage sort of effect, hand restock basically. But I like having effects like that in my red decks, just help keep the gas coming. On that front, we also have Flameskull, Honorary Goblin. It's been very useful for fighting against removal-heavy opponents, so, like, let's say you're getting some of your initial drops removed and you think your opponent has more removal, instead of playing out your high-value cards like your Battlecry Goblins and stuff, play out a Flameskull, they remove it, you replay it, you drain their hand of good removal, and then you start playing out your other threats. It's been performing pretty well. Also, a Flameskull with a Dueling Rapier kills most dragons. Pretty relevant. Punches through angels and stuff. It's been performing nicely for me. Hobgoblin Bandit Lord. Not super complicated, just a Lord effect, makes all the other goblins better. The activated ability isn't super useful a lot of the time, but it has been handy for picking off the odd 1-drops, maybe an Eye Twitch, or like Magecraft 1/1s and stuff. Just random little dorky creatures like that. We also have Hulking Bugbear. This is something I was surprised felt good in the list, because it's just a 3/3 haste. The reason I think it works, though, is just it helps activate natural pack tactics, which a lot of the cards care about. So being able to haste in a 3/3 is just very useful. Also gets anthemed and stuff, so that's kind of why it's in the deck over something like Arnie Brokenbrow. Yeah, we have a mana base 2, or like basic snow mana base, Faceless Haven, 1 Den of the Bugbear. So, I think that about covers the deck tech. If you've enjoyed it and you enjoy the video, consider subscribing and stuff, genuinely helps. Let's get into some gameplay. Ooh, hand is a bit awkward. I think we keep. You do want to curve out if you can. Getting stuck on 2 lands can be a bit of a problem with this deck, just because it does want to get to 3. But that's okay. We have a 3rd land, so it's... don't even worry about it. Yeah, Frostbite, sure thing. We're probably versus, is it dragons? In that case, we probably play out the Flameskull. Ooh. Rakdos. Okay, we still probably play out the Flameskull. Let's swing in first, see if we can bait some removal out of them. Lovely. Boop the snoot. Yeah, so it's that thing I was talking about in the deck tech of playing out the Flameskull to kind of just bait out even more removal from them. Very interested in what our opponent's playing. Something to be aware of in the Is It Dragons matchup is Draconic Intervention requires spells in the graveyard. So if they Frostbite on one, they can use that as fodder to exile all your Fireblade Chargers and the Flameskull and stuff, which can be really bad. Need I say more? I'm going to keep looping the Flameskull for a minute. We're getting close to the point where running out the Goblins becomes more effective. But they do appear to be... Okay. I was gonna say very removal heavy. Hmm. Let's just run some things out. If we get a land... even if we get a land, I think I might Battlecry Goblin Haste. Like, pay for the Haste Anthem. Okay. Groteg Night Runner. Okay. Uh-huh. Opponent's interesting, I'll give them that. I'm confused, so cold analyzing the board. We can swing in for 9 here. I'm not sure how concerned I should be about Bergie and the Groteg Night Runner. Suffice to say, I haven't played against that since, like, a Ikoria draft, so... I think I like our initial plan. Maybe not. Sure. Let's smash face and... Oh my. Opponent's sassy. Do they have a Wrath? I'm a little confused. I feel like I'm saying that a lot. Okay, no, we got there. We're good. Oh, this is very land heavy. Give it a shot. I don't hate keeping land heavy hands. Just because if you draw action or like you draw your 3 drops, it can be useful. Valakut Exploration. Ooh, hello. Opponents doing rampy things. The 2022 queue is so much fun. Or like it's so much more fun. Kicker, blue-green kicker. Okay. Yeah, it's more exciting right now. I'm finding the matches much more interesting, like having to actually think about what our opponent's doing, reverse engineer their game plan, not just, you know, play versus the same 5 decks. Would highly recommend playing it if you haven't yet. Coralhelm Chronicler, sure. Bubble Snare. I don't think we're too worried about Bubble Snare. And Coralhelm is just mostly an ETB. It does have looting on kicker. I think I'm happy running out the Bandit Lord here. Okay. I think the correct move for them would have been to block the Fireblade Charger, just because now we still get some value when it dies. See what they do next, though. I love the variety we're getting in these recordings already. Yeah. I think I mentioned in the deck tech, we were getting a lot of angels and kind of a variety of things. But kind of variations on the theme, like nothing super exciting. Love seeing kicker getting some play. Verizol of the Split Current can be good in these decks. The thing we're most afraid of is actually a Stormcaller. The 2-mana 2/1 that copies spells, I think that's the best part of the kicker package, personally. think the thing I like doing here is just Faceless Haven swing. Yeah, since they don't have productive blocks here. And then we can play out a Hobgoblin Captain. Post-combat using the Faceless Haven mana, keep up Thundering Rebuke for next turn. Ooh. Cards, let's read cards. Recursion on 3? Ooh. Oh, I like the opponent's deck. Yeah, did not hold up to our pretty aggressive rollout, but I appreciate what they're doing. Flameskull, not bad. We'll boop him, play out the charger. And turn. Double red, Kargan Intimidator. We're versus warriors? Handy that we have the open Frostbite. Almost certainly just play out the Flameskull. No instant speed interaction, so we can be lazy and main phase it. Aye aye, Captain. Spider-Man pointing at Spider-Man. They're not going to block Fireblade Chargers here. I kind of want to get the Valakut Exploration down. Main phasing this makes some sense because if we draw a 1-drop haster... Ooh, that's not great. Little awkward. Yeah, I go back and forth on Valakut Exploration so much. In long matchups, it feels critical or like it's the only thing that stops the deck from being a complete joke. In short matchups, though, like having it in the opener, it can be a little iffy. It's one of the things that makes me wish we had a clean, or like a best of 3 queue. Because I think it belongs in the 75. I don't think it belongs... Is there, let's just swing first. This is probably being overly cautious, just... Yeah. Just, you know, play with good hygiene, match hygiene, or whatever. Okay. Clean victory over the opponent. Not bad. Been recording for an hour already? Man. Ooh, this is the best opening hand I've had while recording. Just natural curve up to lords and stuff. If opponent's on angels, it might not be ideal. But if they don't have vanishing verses for the Bandit Lord, that's not bad. Acquisitions expert, sure, we can toss a land. Some kind of party deck? We're generally okay with trades like that. It's not super favorable for us, like they're up on the exchange. Maybe I should have held that back until we played a Bandit Lord. Gonna toss a Bugbear here. Definitely should have held that back. But that's fine. You live and you learn, all that stuff. Hopefully they don't have more discard. That could be awkward for us. If they play out something like Turgrid's Lantern, we don't really... Okay. I mean, that's certainly a thing you can do. Summoning Sickness? We do not have Natural Pack Tactics, unfortunately, so we do have to pump pre-combat, but now we can do this, and do a pump here to get that up to a 3-2. Our opponent appears to be tacked very heavily into discard, which we're fine with. The only thing we're kind of afraid of here is a Shadow's Verdict. If they have a Shadow's Verdict, though, we just Faceless Haven them. Paulo, hey, good to see you, good to have you. We do have Natural Pack Tactics here, so the thing I like doing is, we'll hasten the Fireblade Charger. I guess we'll murder Paulo, just to make blocking bad for them, or like to turn off a blocker. And, the attack steps with this deck can be oddly complicated, but hey, that's part of the fun. I'm probably gonna keep bouncing in and out of numbers, huh? Or maybe I'll win. Anyway, that feels like maybe a good spot to end the video. I hope you've liked these weird goblin games. Once again, subscribing genuinely helps the channel. I'll probably keep tinkering with the list. I don't think it's anywhere near optimal, but yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and bye-bye.